What's up, you guys? Kyle here, and I've got a little bit of extra time today, so why not talk about a few news articles that I pulled up. Now, I'm going to try to keep it short for a couple of reasons. One, because obviously I'm just getting my feet a little bit wet here, so I kind of want to figure out the format here and get a little bit of feedback from you guys. Secondly, it's 92 degrees outside right now, and if I want to have decent audio, I got to have my AC off. I just have like a window unit, so my apartment's going to heat up pretty quickly if I have it off too long. So let's just dive right in. So I want to preface this by saying that I have a degree in biology and I'm currently a microbiologist. So I'm a little bit biased towards environmental, maybe even health stories, just because I'm just so fascinated by biology. So of course our first story here is going to be coming from the Environmental Health News website. The author is Meg Wilcox, and the title here is Organic Diets Quickly Reduce the Amount of Glyphosate in People's Bodies. I just want to start off again by saying that I'm going to probably mispronounce a lot of things. So if it's not glyphosate, I'm sure you guys will be letting me know. I keep wanting to say glyphosate, but nope, not phosphate, glyphosate. If you guys don't know what glyphosate is, it's pretty widely used as an herbicide for farmers. So think produce. So a new study found levels of the widespread herbicide and its breakdown products reduced, on average, more than 70% in both adults and children after just 6 days of eating organic. So what's the importance there? The importance, I think, that you can really take away from this is that when you take away something negative, when you're not drinking alcohol, when you're not consuming pesticides or putting drugs into your body is pretty resilient and is going to detoxify your body pretty quickly. So that's why I don't understand why people go on these cleanses or these detox or juice cleanses when your body does a pretty good job of it yourself. So your liver does a really good job. That's what it's there for, is to detox your body. So it's good to see that when we remove something like glyphosate, which apparently is linked to cancer, hormone disruption, and other harmful impacts according to a new study, that our bodies can quickly rebound from something like that. Now, I just want to make known that, yes, they use the phrase organic diets, which means you're eating produce that is labeled organic. And a lot of people are going to be saying down below, but Kyle, eating organic doesn't necessarily mean that you're not consuming pesticides or herbicides. And yes, that you are 100% true. So organic just means that there's a reduced list of pesticides and herbicides that can be used. So if they remove the ones that are at least considered to be harmful to our bodies, I would rather take the lesser of two evils. And a lot of people are probably going to say, well, but Kyle, eating organic costs more. I don't have the money to pay for it. I mean, you have to consider the cost of eating organic versus the cost of a doctor visit or a hospital visit. If you can reduce the amount of negative substances that go into your body, you're probably going to be saving money down the road on those doctors and hospital visits. So you really have to consider the cost difference and the cost savings of eating organic, which is why I eat organic personally. Next article I have here, TikTok sues US government over Trump ban. I mean, when you're dealing with the Trump administration, this is really, and you're dealing with a ban that's coming here within 45 days. What options do you really have? The two options that they have right now are to sue the US government, hopefully at least delay the ban, if not overturn it. Or an even better solution would be to have a US company buy TikTok. So Microsoft and Oracle are both in talks for buying TikTok. Their value here is somewhere around 30 billion to 50 billion. I don't know what they would actually sell for. But if they're going to make any deals, if they're going to win anything legally, they've only got until September 15th until the ban actually takes place. There are a lot of individuals that use TikTok here in the United States. So for ByteDance here, it would be a huge blow to them financially. I personally don't use TikTok at all, but I can understand the frustrations. On the other hand, though, they are a little bit of a fishy company, and you don't really know if they are taking your personal data and using that for anything negative. You don't know if they're handing that over to the Chinese government. I'm not going to necessarily speak too much on that. I don't want to start up any conspiracies. I don't want to fuel any conspiracies, but there has been some evidence that they are taking more information than the Facebooks and Twitters and Instagrams of the world. Tesla wants to use motion sensors to keep kids out of hot cars. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. So the automaker asked the FCC for a waiver to use a new kind of sensor in its cars to bring advanced detection systems to life. So what we have here basically is going above and beyond what you need to do as an auto manufacturer. Of course, there are weight detection sensors in place right now within a lot of cars, which of course is important for, like the seatbelt detection thing, so people are being safe. This is just another way that Tesla can make vehicles even more safe, more foolproof, really. So there are some terrible people out there that will leave their kids in hot cars, but you know what? Honestly, accidents do happen. So if you can get an alert on your phone saying, hey, you left something or someone in the car, I think that that's pretty neat. So the only reason that Tesla hasn't implemented this already is because the FCC actually has some guidelines in place as to how much energy can be used. So these sensors are going to be using a little bit more energy than what is allowed, so they need to either have the policy changed or just get an exception from the FCC. I don't know how easy that's going to be, but I think that this right here is going to be pretty important. Yes, Tesla could use weight sensors in the back seats, but when you think about a small child, those sensors have to be pretty darn sensitive, and you could have a lot of false alarms. Like you buy groceries, you throw them in the back seat. You take a couple of trips to get your groceries inside. I know how much everyone hates that. And all of a sudden you have alerts on your phone, hey, you left something in the car. Yeah, I know I did, my groceries. So it could get pretty annoying for a lot of people. But I think that this motion sensor, which would be able to detect underneath blankets, or if the child just happens to be underneath a blanket, I think that it's a more foolproof way of detecting if you left your kid in the car, which accidents do happen. So I hope that Tesla can either improve their tech so it doesn't use as much energy, or they can work something out with the FCC, because this would be a game changer. This is something that Tesla absolutely doesn't have to do, but that's what it takes to be an innovator, is to be the first one to do something even when it's not necessarily required of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I tried to keep it a little bit short, a couple good stories, a couple maybe not so great stories, but please leave me some feedback down below. What sort of news stories do you want me to cover? Obviously, I can cover a wide range of topics, anything from technology to anything health related or environmental related. I certainly have no problem with talking about any of those topics. If you have any feedback, of course, leave it down below. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. That will really help me and really help this channel to start to take off. Of course, the more viewers I have and the more feedback I get, it's only going to get better. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.